So you're thinking about moving to Bellingham, Washington? Well, this video is going to be the final, the fourth in a four-part series of videos where I take you around the Columbia neighborhood and show you 3 different price points: the entry level, median, as well as high-end home prices. Be sure you're subscribed to my channel and that the bell icon is checked so you can be notified of future videos. You're not going to want to miss it, so let's get after it right now. This is your first time to the channel and you want to know everything there is to know about eating, sleeping, playing, working, as well as the good and bad about living in Bellingham, Washington, then subscribe below and tap the bell icon for notifications so you can be the first to know about the current market in Bellingham, Washington. My name is Dale Servicek and I'm with the Living in Bellingham, Washington team. And every day we get calls, texts, and emails from people just like you, and we love it. So whether you're thinking of moving in 9 days or 90 days, give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. We'd be happy to help you make that smooth move to the Bellingham, Washington area. The Columbia neighborhood is one of Bellingham's core 20-plus neighborhoods and is also one of the oldest, located just north of the Squalicum Marina. Columbia is home to approximately 4,000 residents and 1,600 single-family homes, making it one of the larger neighborhoods in the Bellingham, Washington area, with its homes making up approximately 5% of all the single-family homes. This neighborhood is very well maintained with narrow tree-lined streets and tons of historical homes. The most famous historical area being the Eldridge Historic District, with many large, significantly architectural and historic homes. With many of the homes in the Columbia neighborhood first being built back in the late 1800s, the Columbia neighborhood was home to many of the blue-collar workers around the turn of the century that worked both in the logging and the fishing industry. You will see many of craftsman style homes built around the 1900s, similar to the ones you would see sold in the old Sears Roebuck catalogs. The Columbia neighborhood is also home to 3 great parks, the largest and oldest being Elizabeth Park, which features tennis courts, a gazebo, plenty of lounging area, tons of mature trees, playground equipment. A little bit further to the south on Eldridge Avenue is Carl Loeb Park, and further to the north in the neighborhood is Lorraine Ellis Park. There's also an area with a large grassy lawn area called Peabody Plaza, which a lot of people enjoy spending time on a sunny day. And then the border of the Birchwood and Columbia neighborhood has Squalicum Creek Greenway just to the northwest, so a lot of people enjoy hanging out in that area as well. Schools in the Columbia neighborhood, of course, there's Columbia Elementary. There's also a very unique type of an Airbnb hotel. It was renovated from a 1950s style motel. It's called the Heliotrope. There's also a lot of wonderful breweries and restaurants in the Columbia neighborhood. There's Goods Local Brew, where you'll find many people sitting out on picnic tables on nice summer, spring, and fall days. There's also Rome Coffee and Beer. Menace Brewing is on Meridian, on the west side of Meridian. Breweries, Tijuana, I hope I got the pronunciation of that right. Great tacos, great food there as well. And there's a lot of wonderful annual type events that happen in the Columbia neighborhood as well, like their annual garage sale, which I believe last year had over 40 plus participants. And then there's of course the annual Chalk Festival, where lots of people go out and draw wonderful art all over the sidewalks, and it's quite a sight to be seen. All right, so now I'm about to show you a home that is just over $1 million. Here in the Columbia neighborhood, it is in the higher end of the price points. I wouldn't say it's the highest. There currently haven't been a lot of recent sales in probably what some of the highest values are in the Columbia neighborhood. Highest values in the Columbia neighborhood are probably going to be somewhere in the neighborhood of 1 to 2 million. Right on Eldridge Road is probably where, when they have the view of the water, are going to be some of your higher end homes, or right along Elizabeth Park, right along the actual park when they face, the front yard faces the park. Those all are going to be probably 1.5 million. But this neighborhood here, you can see this street, it's got quite a variety of homes built in different eras. Most of these are going to be in the median price range of that $600,000, $700,000, $800,000 price range here in Columbia. But this one here on the corner is pretty big, 3,700 square feet, 4-bedroom, 3-bath, built in 1922. Again, nice corner lot. This is a craftsman style extraordinaire. One of the things that's really unique about this place is that it had most of the original finishes all in almost top-notch condition. So very historic home here right behind me. You can see just a beautiful property here. On the corner, you're about a block from Elizabeth Park, and then another couple of blocks to Bellingham Bay. So you can see nice, large, flat yard as well. Very good condition home, very historic. So going to give you a good example of what you will pay in this nice historic Columbia neighborhood in the $1 million price range. You can see there's a nice one across the street there on the corner. in there as well. Those are probably worth similar amount, around $1 million. So anyways, that's what you get for $1 million in the Columbia neighborhood. There you can see right behind me here, Elizabeth Park, absolutely beautiful. This park is probably about 150 years old. One of the gems of the Columbia neighborhood. And we're gonna cross the street here. I'm gonna show you a home that recently sold in the median price range here in the Columbia neighborhood in Bellingham, Washington. This home sold for $800,000. As I spin around here, you can see the light tan, kind of orangish peachish colored house there. Just over 2,200 square feet, 4-bedroom, 2-bath, built in 1926. Really nice inside. It had been being used as a duplex, although it was not a legal duplex. So more than likely the people that bought it converted it back into a single family, but just a gem of a house here in the Columbia neighborhood. You're literally about 2 blocks from the water. Bellingham Bay is right down there. We're looking south. This is a bit of a busier road. This is Broadway here. So again, you're gonna get a lot of through traffic and such, but just a wonderful neighborhood, a great location here at the Columbia neighborhood. We're gonna move on and show you the high-end price points as well as the low-end price points here in the Columbia neighborhood. You can see right here, a nice little monument there. So one of the older neighborhoods in Bellingham. So let's move on and take a look at a couple other houses. So we are still here in the Columbia neighborhood, and I'm going to show you an entry point, price point range for the Columbia neighborhood here in Bellingham, Washington. This is a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, just about 1,200 square feet, built in 1927. It is sale pending. It's listed for $549,000. It can be converted back to a home, although right now it's being used as a CPA's office. So you can see right here behind me. It's not the best to be on a busy road here in the Columbia neighborhood, but if you want to get into this nice historic neighborhood in Bellingham, so close to the water and all the downtown amenities, you know, this is what you're going to have to pay to get in that low-end price point. I want to thank you for sticking around to the end of this 4th and final video in the 4-part series where I took you around Bellingham's top neighborhoods to show you various price points, the entry, median, as well as high-end home prices. I encourage you to subscribe below and tap the bell icon so you can be notified of future videos as they come out weekly. And finally, if you, a family member or a friend, are thinking of moving to the Bellingham, Washington area, be sure to give me a call, shoot me a text, or send me an email. I'd be happy to help you make a smooth move to the Bellingham, Washington area. Until next time, I hope to see you around town.